This shows you how to develop a quadratic model using a TI-84 plus calculator. We work a lot with quadratic functions in college algebra, but we never really introduced the idea of where does this come from? It just kind of magically appears. Well, of course, we know it's supposed to model something in real life, something that has a U-shape graph or an N-shape graph. Let's take a look at how to develop that model. Example of that is the arch in St. Louis. That has a N-shape graph, a parabola shape. Bridges have it. So there's a lot of different things. Now here, these are my x values and y values. So I'm going to go into my stat, and I'm under the edit menu. I want to go into edit, so I just press enter. Now you may already have numbers here. If you do, press delete to clean them out. And I'll left her over here. Each time you press delete, it'll delete the one that's on. Now that's probably the quickest way to get rid of those, or the safest way, I should say. There is a quicker way. I'm not going to show it because it lends people to delete their lists. But let me actually show you deleting your list and how to add it back in. If I up arrow and highlight L1, if I press delete by accident, it deletes that list. Well, this process requires you to have your data in L1 and L2. So if you come in here and you deleted L1 by accident, what you're going to do is you're going to up arrow and highlight L2 or whatever list is there. We'll do second delete, and that inserts a list. Make sure you do the second first. If you press delete, you just deleted another list. And see, it's asking us for the name. And above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you see L1, L2, L3, up through L6. To get L1, we do second 1, and you should see L1 appear down here. And then you press enter, and then L1's back. So I down arrow. We're going to put our x values in L1, so 1 through 7. So 1, enter, 2, enter, 3, enter, 4, enter, 5, enter, 6, enter, 7, enter. Then I'm going to right arrow over, and I want to put in my y values in L2. So I do 5, enter, 17, enter, 31, enter, 32, enter, 23, enter, 5, enter, and 1, enter. Double check these, because I'm not always real good on my data entry. That looks good. And exit out, so do second mode. Now let's say you plotted these points, and you can see it follows more or less a parabola shape. A parabola shape again is an N shape, or it's a U shape. Well, then we can go into stat. We're going to right arrow to calc, and you want to go down. We want to choose quadratic regression, the fifth one. You can down arrow to it and press enter on it, or you can simply press the numbers in front of it, the 5. And then you press enter. And this is going to give us the quadratic model, not module, that corresponds to this data. So I'm going to come over here and write this down. Okay, so we got our quadratic model is y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. This is just across the top. Well, now we plug in these numbers. I'm going to round them 2 decimal places. So this is going to be y is equal to negative 3.1x squared. The 5 would cause us to round up, and then that becomes 9, causes us to be negative 3.1. And this one will be 23.19. So plus 23.19x. And then c, which is negative 14.57. Negative 14.57. And that's my quadratic module. Quit saying module. You see, things don't come out perfect in real life. Not that these numbers mean anything, but since I made them up. Now the r squared, we won't go into a whole lot of depth there, but that goes back to indicating how good is your model. And the closer it is to 1, or well, 1 in this case, then the better the model is. And it's not the greatest model, but it has some error in it. But nothing in real life is going to be perfect. You'll never have y is equal to 5x squared plus 7x minus 2, for example. You'll always have decimals like this. Anyway, that's developing a quadratic model on a TI-84 plus calculator.